Then it was my turn to fight. My first challenger turned out to be the Imam who I had met at my last visit to headquarters.
This is Mukhtar Ibnu.
At first I was cautious. Not only did I not want to beat up on a religious guy, I had heard about the student's amazing ability to catch even your fastest kick, and before you know it, you're on the ground. And since we were practicing on hard rocks, that was something definitely I wanted to avoid. My next match, I loosened up a bit. I threw some fancy moves, and I was able to even catch some of their kicks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Syukran. Ma'assalamah. Ila liqa.
Afterward, Kaijojo asked me to speak to some of the students about our school in the USA. Later, he would tell me that many Indonesian youth are more interested in other martial arts seen in movies and on TV. Kaijojo wanted them to know that Pencak Silat is also rising in popularity in the West, and they should be proud of their tradition and culture. Some of them knew that I also was part of Native Deen, so they asked me to sing a song. It was somewhat unconventional, but I said okay. After class, I met up with some of the senior instructors. There was one lady who specialized in internal energy, or tenaga dalam. Kaesan, one of the first and top students when Al-Azhar Pencak Silat was founded in 1970, also stopped by. Although Al-Azhar Silat is a relatively new school, it has very traditional roots that go back hundreds of years. Kaesan developed the original versions of the jurus, or forms, that all our students in the USA memorize today.
So I heard he helped with a lot of the jurus, is that right?
Yes.
So,
Saya bisa jurus kan, ya tahu banyak jurus. You know my jurus. He's the first student in Al-Azhar.
ah,
Ya.
Yeah.
1970.
1970.
Tahun 70.
Ooh.
1970 di sini.
1970.
I was born 1975.
Kelas 5 SD sekolah dulu.
Saya itu lahir tahun 19. What?
1975.
75.
So I wasn't born when he was.
Afterward, Kaijojo mentioned there was someone who wanted to show me a golak form. The golak is one of the traditional weapons of Pencak Silat. Like most of Pencak Silat weapons, they are farm tools that were used for self-defense. The golak and the celurit are still used today in rural areas. Later on, I found out that this was Pa Edi, a master in Pencak Silat Cimandi style. He showed me some golak forms and taught me some weapon disarm techniques.
Oh, salah.
Our next part of the trip was to IPMSI headquarters. IPMSI, or Ikatan Pencak Silat Indonesia, is a national organization of Pencak Silat. The headquarters is located in Silatan, South Jakarta, and is widely considered by many to be Silat headquarters of the world. It's a huge complex that houses a hotel, stadium, Silat Museum, Silat Library, a grand mosque next door, and several training areas. We came during a time where there were no events, but I can only imagine how this place would be when it's packed.
Very cool. What's that? You need to fix the roof. Yeah. Guess those are all the different styles. Mandi Muda, Putri Betawi.
The museum housed traditional Silat weapons and musical instruments used in Silat performances.
Birds in there? It's kind of cool. It's a cool picture. So I'm here at IPMSI headquarters. This is the Silat headquarters Indonesia of the world. It's very beautiful, big place, much bigger than I expected it to be. And it's very nice, very nice. I'm going to check out, they got a hotel here on this side here, if you can check it out here. They got a stadium behind me, if you can see the stadium. They got, they got a big masjid here. Very nice place. I'm going to be working out, so it's going to be exciting.
The museum had several nice displays on how Silat was formed and spread from area to area. IPMSI seeks to organize the various Pencak Silat schools and sponsor tournaments, provide guidance for curriculums, etc. The library was intense and had tons of books on the various forms of Pencak Silat. I read about tapak sushi, in which I would see later had close ties with my school. Later that day we would train again with Parifai, a master of Chimande. Although it's a different style of Silat, and we were advised not to mix the different styles while teaching. Since it's all Silat, and they all have a similar style, it's important to train in several styles to broaden your knowledge of Pencak Silat in general. Parifai focused first on effective techniques used in Pencak Silat tournaments. Although he's in his 60s, he was still able to execute the techniques very well. Although Pencak Silat is widely considered as a Muslim martial art, all faiths and traditions are welcome to study the fighting style. A good number of Parifai students are non-Muslims interested in the art of Pencak Silat from a true master. Although Indonesia is over 85% Muslim, they are tolerant of different faiths and religious traditions. I passed several churches while I was in Jakarta and saw signs of other faith traditions. The way Islam is practiced in Indonesia is very intriguing. People are very religious, and you hear the adhan or call for the 5 daily prayers just as in other Muslim countries. However, they seem to be able to merge traditional Islamic beliefs and morals with modernity quite easily, even more seamlessly than some of the more stricter Islamic countries that I have visited. For example, there are prayer areas or musallas in every shopping center and gas station. Girls are educated at a very early age and are considered as an integral part of the community. The Islamic headscarf or hijab is not required by law, but it seems to be worn by many of the women by choice. Friday prayers were very well attended, and mosques and musallas usually gave a very nice space for women.